Hello, ISCP fans. For welcome to our first episode of 2021. How's it going, Frank?
If it was any better, it'd be a sin. It would be a sin, Jared.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just a
So
barrel of laughs.
I'm so glad 2020 is over because 2021's when Mad Max was screened. So you thought 2020 was bad. Wait, it's the truth.
And there's first car crash of 2021. About 40
I'm
seconds in.
I'm surprised it took 40 seconds.
I know.
I fully expected it to take a lot shorter than that.
First question here from O'Gray. Is this a Detroit NASCAR broadcast? Um,
Why? Would that
Detroit
be
NASCAR.
true?
Mm.
Detroit?
I mean, I know some dilapidated neighborhoods where you could
No, I
get
just
away
don't
with
know that. Can we get some context on why that might be the case?
that would be useful too.
And if it's the hat, I just want to scream. But I will admit it's ugly.
It's a faux will power reference.
Oh, well, I mean, was that was that
That
post
guy. I mean,
who was that faux willpower who asked or
no, it's a reference to him.
okay, what like post him being funny or pre him being funny? Because he used to be funny before he took himself too seriously.
Wait
Is
a
that
minute.
controversial?
No, here's some which here's something new from a friend of our friend of the show. And now I gotta like move this around. Blah, blah, blah. Right
Remember,
here.
a friend in need is a friend indeed.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Frank, but let's see what we got. Oh, there we go. Would anyone like to guess which girl on the new season of The Bachelor that Connor Daly booked a flight with her to Hawaii 6 years ago and she never showed up? Hmm.
Wait, what? Wait. Okay, say that one more time.
Okay, you will read. You can read, Frank. You have eyes.
I'm busy.
Okay, well, Connor Daly tweeted, anyone want to guess which girl on the new season of The Bachelor that he booked a flight with to Hawaii 6 years ago and she never showed up? So anybody who watches
No, I know this. It was Scarlett Johannesburg.
oh yeah, no, actually it was Alexander Rossi is the answer.
Wait a minute. That's a chick. Yeah, that's a dude.
No, it's actually it's actually true. It's a true story. Some girl stood up Connor Daly. And then so afterwards, he did call Alexander Rossi to see if Rossi wanted to go to Hawaii with him.
And
Wow.
and did he accept?
No, I guess he didn't pick up the phone. Didn't answer.
He looked at the phone. He went, "It's just Connor Daly."
Yeah, I don't, I don't, I
In
don't feel
today's day and age, like
it is
look,
Connor.
I carry 2 iPhones around with me because I mean, one's a work and one's a personal, right? No, it's because I like to keep them separate, like people who have people who have a personal phone, then they get a job where they give you a work phone, right? And
Hmm.
then you stop paying this bill because you're like, I have a phone. Well, you know, my boss is the type of guy, and he's done it in the past to other people, where he'll sit there and spend an hour going over every phone call made
Mm.
and ask them who it is and what they talked about. And I'm like, you know what? I think I want to keep a little bit of my you know, personal freedom of having my own phone to where I don't have my boss, going through the numbers that I call.
Yeah, I don't know work cell phone. And also to clarify here, Greg said that Full Well Power did a show intro for you, where he referred to it as the Detroit NASCAR broadcast.
Oh, he did that. Okay, so it was pre him being funny. When he was funny. Okay, thank you, Greg. By the way,
Yes.
Greg, I hope you had a great New Year. I really need to go back to the UPS store and pick up the DVD that you won on our other the other podcast I do, the LIW, the Twilight Zone Review, where Greg won a he won the Blu-ray of the entire season or series of all 5 seasons, 156 episodes of the original Twilight Zone series, right? And he won, but he instead asked for the DVD instead of the Blu-ray. So, but that the DVD was kind of what I was using to rip, lines off of it and everything and intros. So, I kind of had to wait till the show was over, which Greg was totally cool.
Yeah,
And
well, it's big congratulations to him. He's officially an uncle, which is amazing news. Big
yeah,
congratulations.
right.
And I'm pretty sure the Washington football team made the playoffs. Go football team.
It was in the NFC East. That's not a big.
More than one team from that division made the playoffs, I believe.
No,
Or did they win the division? Oh, they did win the division.
just a division. There's no.
Still though,
There's no way.
they won. They won.
There's
They
no way
won.
the wild
They're
card
gonna
was
be in the
coming.
playoffs. It's better than my Detroit Lions.
You do realize, dude, we like the only reason keeping us in the hunt was because we tied like earlier in the season.
Yeah, I
And
mean, Deshaun Jackson didn't even know that the game could end in a tie.
no, he didn't say that, did he?
Oh no, wasn't no Donovan McNabb.
Oh, I was going to say that
Donovan McNabb didn't know the game could end in a tie.
right. And D-Jack, I believe, was on that team.
Yeah, he probably was.
He's that old. But D-Jack's been showing some heart. I think they won last night.
Oh, I don't know. My team sucks. So no, McNabb is not still playing. I should dust off a copy of like Madden 08 or 07 or something, and that he's probably in that. For my PlayStation 2. Actually, I might have been PlayStation 3. Well, yes, we do have a 2021 preview here I've put together. We got some news over the last month or so of new drivers moving up, moving into the series. A number of big announcements for Indy Lights for drivers either returning or moving up to Indy Lights, making their debut. So that grid is starting to fill out pretty nicely already. So we got a whole bunch of stuff to go through here.
We sure do. But I just want to say, did you see all the hate Graham Rahal and Courtney Force got? It is Courtney Force, right?
Yes, I did see the hate they got, and I think it's stupid.
Of course, it's stupid.
But everybody's got
weren't
to
even close to them.
hate. And so they just need to
And,
shake it off.
instead of, I mean, they just gotta be hate instead of being just.
Well, let's put it this way: the only hate Graham Rahal deserves, he doesn't deserve hate for the mustache anymore because he shaved it off. Thank God. But he does deserve hate for being an Ohio State fan because Ohio State sucks.
Well, look, me and Graham didn't see.
Oh yeah, I was saying, why aren't you wearing your Notre Dame hat, Frank? I saw a picture. I saw you wearing it the other day. How come you're not wearing it anymore?
We mean anymore. I took it off to put this on.
Well, I mean, I think you'd be wearing your Notre Dame hat, wearing it high and proud after their victory over Alabama. Oh wait,
No, it was they
the
yeah
Notre Dame team that I expected to show up showed up. The one that could only
yeah
barely
the one I did too.
barely beat a Clemson team without Trevor Daniels, and then just gets smoked by them when he's back. You
Hey,
knew that they didn't even deserve to be in there.
I wasn't living in no disillusion that they were actually going to beat Alabama. I mean, what do I look like? A guy that hasn't watched Notre Dame lose to Alabama almost every time they've ever played them?
Just about everybody loses to Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, Alabama has to like the records they have set in the last decade are staggering.
Yeah.
I mean, truly staggering. I can't remember. I can't remember an NCAA football team or any other team, NCAA for that matter, that has been so incredibly dominant like ever. Can you?
Not really.
I mean, what? I mean, I guess the only team I can possibly think of that was so just for like a close to a decade, there were money in the bank was oh Jesus
Tom Brady.
n- no um no oh god what was that team that it was like 30 years ago it was
The Dallas
oh
Cowboys.
it was Penn State, pre all that kid touch and stuff.
Back when Joe Pa was good stuff.
I feel so bad for Joe Pa. Like
I know.
I can't
But
imagine he knew
if
anything
you did
about it.
know what was going on and did
Dude,
nothing
let
about
me
it,
tell you
then
something about
that's bad enough.
out of all the I played on football teams, I was all South Jersey and all that. I had scholarship. The head coach probably knows the least um, amount about what's going on. Um, you know what I mean? Like he knows the least amount of what's going on.
Yeah, of the detail stuff.
Yeah,
But
that's
something
led
like
up
that,
to yeah, like that's why what was the offense? I forget who it was who stepped down also because of it. But it like anything it's like Eisenhower, taking over, who led the World War, who led the Americans through Europe, right?
mhm,
Um Eisenhower didn't talk to the two-star generals, you know what I'm saying? He
yeah,
talked to the three-star or you know what I'm saying? So and I don't think I don't think a four-star general is going to know what the two-star, one-star generals are doing or up to. You know what I'm saying? Even
yeah,
though he's who's responsible for him, Eisenhower. But so you know what I mean? And this whole thing that came down on Joe Pot and then him getting fired and then them tearing his trophy down
yeah.
and he did
Well,
nothing at all
we,
to
we, we
deserve
can
it.
we can leave that for another podcast because
All
this is
I'm
a
saying
very
is the man had a freaking heart attack and he's dead because of it. That's all.
yes. Mm, That's
Anyway,
nice. But
that's
yes,
all
some
I'm gonna say.
news.
But yeah,
Well,
so we have
I,
so much. There's a lot of motorsport news actually.
there it
A
is,
lot of
and we'll start with what will likely be a name that we're going to be talking about a lot in USF 2000 next year. Uh, Thomas Nepview here. I'm assuming I'm somehow pronouncing one or both of those names incorrectly.
uh
Out of
yeah, the
Canada.
Thomas part. It's Thomas.
Okay, Frank, we'll see. But he's only 16 years old. He's been racing for 7 years already in karting and will make his debut in USF 2000 next year with Cape Motorsports, who is probably the best team in the paddock there in USF 2000.
So I wonder what he's gonna do when he wins the championship and moves on.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, he's competed in over 300 races in karting, from Canada, United States, Italy, Sweden, Brazil, Finland. He's had 22 top 10 finishes and all these high level international stuff, 8 series championships, countless victories, and the kid's only 16. So he's got all the karting experience in the world, but we'll see how well it translates over to USF 2000. But I got a feeling with Cape Motorsports, he's going to be doing just fine. We'll be seeing his name. We're seeing him on a lot of podiums coming up this season.
Yeah.
And that's about the only USF 2000 news. Over in Indy Pro, Miller Vinatieri Motorsports announced that they're moving up. Well, they're growing from a single car team in USF 2000 to a single car team in USF 2000 plus. Jack William Miller is moving up to Indy Pro 2000. So they've hired in who was it? Kent Vaccaro will be replacing Miller in the USF 2000 car for this coming year. So we get a new Indy Pro 2000 entry, which is good news. And then we get a new driver into a USF 2000 seat, which stays, which is good. See them expand up to the next level and still staying in USF. So good for them. The team most notable because Adam Vinatieri, famous 4-time Super Bowl winning kicker for the Indianapolis Colts, is a half owner.
So you mean the kicker for the Colts? No, not with the Colts. With the Pats.
Oh, with the Pats. He ended his career with the Colts. Yeah, he won 4 Super Bowls with.
Yeah, because Pats. Peyton. Yeah, that was a Peyton Manning thing with the Colts.
Yeah,
and they only won what, 2? No, they didn't win any, and then he went to Denver. Or did they win 1 and then he went to Denver?
I think he won 1 for him.
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, still, so good news for that team. And then into the Indy Lights here. So the new team, HMD Motorsports, assigned.
Ooh, I like that livery. That's sexy, and that I love gray.
Yeah, the silver. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, the silver with the black and the red. Oh.
Yeah, it's a good looking car.
The yellow. I mean, I get the yellow. Why is his rear view mirrors yellow?
I think it might be a spotters type thing, possibly.
Yeah. Oh, how many cars are they bringing?
2 drivers confirmed so far.
All right, so one's probably black, the other one's probably red.
Yeah, it's probably just a differentiation thing.
Okay, I like that livery. That's sharp.
Yes, it is. And then, good friend of the show, Bob O. McGinnis, will be back. Congratulations, Bob. Yes, Robert. We love Robert McGinnis. Great guy.
Old Zorro himself.
He will be back again this year for
was it a question really?
With Andretti Autosport, so it's awesome.
It better have been. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. Just pat.
Yes, and so on he's now the final confirmed member of Andretti Autosport's 2021 Indy Lights roster. He's also going to be alongside Delvin DeFrancesco, Kyle Kirkwood, and Daniel Frost as the 4 cars that make up Andretti's.
So listen to me, Bobo. You and Kirkwood, man, you need to make sure you don't show him too much of the ropes till the end when you got the points way ahead of him and he can't hurt you. Then show him the ropes.
And I'm seeing this here. Kyle Kirkwood's driving the number 28, which was last car to drive number 28, Mr. Oliver Askew. So that's that right there is kind of a little telling sign.
I know. I mean, well, depending on how you want to. Hey, you know what? It's good. I'm happy to see Bobo back in the saddle again. Back
Yes.
back in the saddle again. And
Yeah, well, I mean, and how good is it for the two? Well, I mean, it's not kind of not surprising that the two Indy Lights or USF champion, Indy Pro champions with scholarships, two scholarships going to Andretti. So that will be interesting for them. Frank, I guess, had to run away here, but it is good news. See, Carlin Racing will be back in Indy Lights next year. That is awesome news. After taking a year or two off here, a few years off from at when they moved in up to IndyCar, so it's kind of no surprise that they weren't able to field Indy Lights. But yeah, it's awesome getting a former F3 driver, Alex Peroni, will be coming over from the other side of the world to race in Indy Lights. It's going to be an interesting little adjustment going from Formula 3 for the last couple years over in Europe to Indy Lights, especially after his incident in Monza a couple years ago. See him get to come back and have a good return to F3, and then we'll have him here in a good solid team with Carlin too. That's not a team to sleep on ever. I wish I knew what Frank was doing back there. But yeah, I think it's oh yeah, and the other entry for HMD here that they already announced is Benjamin Peterson will be making his North American debut. From Danish American driver. Very interesting. I see here a couple years ago, finished second in F3 Americas, which is now Formula Regional Americas, on his way up to Formula 2 Americas, where he hopes to one day have us ride in that series. That's a good one for Greg there. A little IndyCar reference. But yes, it's gonna be already shaping up to be a big grid in Indy Lights for 2021 compared to 2019, which was awfully small. It really didn't feel like Indy Lights, but this is going to be a grid worth having, and really is going to make not having the Freedom 100 really, really, really going to suck. Oh, I see. Frank had to hang up his picture of his little poster of Little Al. Which, fun fact, if you're listening to this podcast only, you do not get to see any of that. But if you're watching, either live or on demand, you will get to see Frank hang his Little Al poster on the wall while I talk to you about new Indy Lights entries, of which there isn't anymore. So I guess we'll go to this guy.
Piece of garbage.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know why I couldn't do this before. I mean, I'm digging the Super Mario Brothers 3 poster there, but I don't know why I couldn't. Oh no, you can't hang it with Scotch tape. Come on, Frank.
find the tags.
It's Scotch tape.
Frame.
You're gonna ruin your walls and the poster.
It'll be in a frame by next week. Calm down.
Oh boy.
That's why I'm just getting the corners.
Yep. So yes, if you're only listening to this podcast on demand on your favorite platform, I would recommend checking out the YouTube, our YouTube page. Just search for Indie Sports Car Podcast on YouTube. You'll find all of the last year's worth of video episodes on demand. And trust me,
Yeah, baby. That's
if you're just
beauty.
listening, you're missing out. You gotta watch it too. Especially when Missy's here. It's so much better when Missy's around because nobody
It's-
wants to look at just me and Frank.
No, I mean, like, I finally got a haircut. You can't tell, but look at all this gray. You see what Missy's done to me? I'm
Missy is
literally
done to you.
I'm literally a year younger than her, and you know,
Wow.
technically, I mean, she's literally 4 months. But I mean, hey, I was born in '83. She was born in '82. To me, that's a year
Yeah,
younger.
well, if it wasn't for her, someone would have killed you long ago.
Wasn't for her, this
Somebody
show
would
wouldn't
take
have
you
lasted this
on
long.
woodshed and just
We all both know if it wasn't for her, this show would not have taken the the route it took.
right.
I am not ignorant of the fact that I've been riding those coattails for 6 years. Here's another 6 more, Jared.
What do you mean? How long have you been married again? So you've been riding the coattails for that long.
Well, I mean, married.
Okay, since you met. Okay, so basically you've been riding her coattails since high school.
Yeah, senior. Well, no, yeah, senior year. I met her February 24th of 2001, and we've been
Never forget.
together. And then and then we've been together since March 3rd of 2001 officially, and then we got married on June 6th of 2000.
Wow, I really hope she isn't watching
June,
right now.
calm down. We got married June 3rd, 2006. So 060306.
Okay, good. As long as you remember that.
Yeah, I remember those dates. I still not quite sure. Oh, you know what? It might have been the 25th. I met her because it was the night of my mom's birthday, and I can never remember what my mom's birthday is. It's either the 24th or the 25th.
Oh yeah, and I'd also be remiss if I didn't also mention the Road to Indy iRacing series is making a return. It's actually going to get started next week.
Wait. Road to Indy.
Next week, Wednesday. And it'll be broadcast live on YouTube and stuff. And once again, commentary led by the great Rob Howden.
I mean, the man, the myth, the legend, and he had a microphone ornament sent to him for his Christmas tree this year. That's just awesome. Did you see it?
I did not.
Yeah, he posted on Twitter. I was like, I want one. Where? I want one.
Well, in the best part about the them doing the championship is they actually now have the USF 2000 and Pro Mazda, or the Pro Mazda cars or Indy Pro cars on iRacing, so they'll actually be able to use the PM18, the official Indy Pro 2000 car, for their iRacing series.
It's a Indy Pro 2000, sir.
Yeah, I know, but it was PM18 because 18 was the last year of Pro Mazda.
No, it's PM18 because that's the year the car came out.
Yeah, I know. 18, and it was Pro Mazda that year. So it's called the Pro Mazda 18. Yes, 2018, the last year
Fair enough. Okay, you're right. You're absolutely right. 100%. I'm sorry, Jared.
Yes.
I'm sorry for doubting you, sir.
Yes. How dare you doubt me? Just as my girlfriend. Don't ever doubt me, ever. She's also the same way.
I was going to say, you don't actually say that to her, do you? Or is that
No.
something you'd like to say?
No, she probably just heard me through the floor anyways.
I mean, because Missy has said to me, listen, what's mine is yours, and what's yours. No. What's yours is mine, and what mine is mine.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, my ex-wife said that exact same thing to me, verbatim.
Your
Multiple times.
ex-wife?
Yes, ex-wife said that.
Oh.
And it's funny. She also said that during the divorce too. She's like, "Yeah, what's yours is mine. What's mine is mine. I'm just gonna take whatever I want. You get what's left over."
Was she worth it?
I mean, I got to keep the house.
Well, men has ended up with less, and you guys have kids
This house is
together.
worth triple what I paid for it. So it's getting the house was the best thing. I mean, she could have stripped the house bare, and I still would have kept it, and still could have made a ton on it.
Mm.
Yeah, actually, it might even now be worth about 4 times what I paid for it initially.
Let's keep bragging some more to people.
Yeah, I know.
Who are going homeless because of the. I'm kidding. You know, nothing
It
but
will,
sympathy.
Jackson always has a place here,
Godfather, right? No,
right? I mean,
yeah. Are you? Yes, right?
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. All right.
And
Yeah, I wasn't sure
you'll
on
have
it
to let me
because I
know when
know.
they do the when you guys do christening and stuff. If
Well, I mean,
you go
hey,
down,
man. I mean, well, we gotta get him back. He's gotta,
I know you're a dirty Protestant, but no, just kidding.
No. She's a Methodist. I'm not a Methodist, nor am I a Protestant.
It's okay. I'm a Catholic, so not really.
I grew up in a
I was
Catholic.
I was baptized Catholic. That's all that matters.
So was I.
It's all that matters, man. I can do whatever I want. I just gotta say,
Well, I
written out.
didn't have.
I'm sorry for what I've done, and
Well,
just let me into heaven.
I would say that was the closest argument Missy and I have ever gotten into about Jackson as far as ideas or whatever we're doing with him, because she wants to baptize him, right?
But if she's Baptist, that's full, man. That's a full on thing. My head was just briefly dipped.
No,
that
no,
Baptist thing
it's
is it's a
she's
whole.
not Baptist, you loon.
Good.
She's Methodist. It's a
Oh,
big difference.
it's all the same.
No, they're not.
I know they're not. It's terrible, but
Yeah, like her.
it's
Her,
okay.
her
Christian
church is
Reformed
300 years. Dude, her church is 300 years old. Seats about 40 people, and when she is there, like maybe if they make it within the teens of people who attend, it's probably Christmas Eve. And like as far as Catholics go, that's the only time you ever do go.
Yeah.
So that's my point. Her church is so small. It's called Piney Hollow Methodist Church, not Sleepy Hollow Methodist Church. You illiterate bums. It's Piney Hollow. Anyway, okay, motorsport. I'm sorry, talking to we. We really haven't talked a whole lot. Just starting off 2021 season. No, I gotta go this way. Yeah, because the Super Mario Brothers 3, I got Missy for when she does the show. It's behind her because that's her favorite game of all time.
It's not a bad game to pick.
And yeah, right down there, I have 3 copies. Did you know that they made a gold copy of just like they did Zelda? They had a gold copy of Super Mario 3.
Uh-huh.
I made that up. No, they don't. But I do have 3 copies of both, by the way. Did you know they made a gray cartridge of the Zelda? Instead of gold, it was gray.
Yes, it was a different version, actually.
No, it wasn't. It's the same version, but I got them both.
Yeah, well, either way.
No,
I'm more focused on this sweet-looking 2021 IndyCar schedule here.
Yeah, let's go over it. And
I did see a shift of one race that was near the top of the list and now is at the very bottom.
Streets of Long Beach?
Yes, Long Beach. has now been moved to September.
Yeah, like I don't know why the 26th and the 19th. I don't know why Laguna Seca and Long Beach. I mean, they couldn't figure it out. They couldn't figure that out.
No, actually, it kind of works out better. It saves a lot of money on the teams on travel because you can just leave the trucks on the West Coast.
That's my point. Why does it like Portland? Then
Laguna, and then you just keep
all
working your way
right. Okay, all right. It is less mileage between tracks.
It does. Yes, it does work out
There's
logistically.
no reason to pass Laguna Seca, drive another 11 hours.
There is one drawback, and Greg brings up a great point. There's only one race in March, one race in April.
There's always, Greg, there's always one race in March, buddy.
Yeah, well, we used to have three. Sometimes, we used to have like 3 races in April. Now we have 1.
That was back in 2016. It's always like from like 17 onward, it was St. Pete was in March, and then you usually had like Barber like April 1st.
Yeah, well, I mean, Circuit of the Americas never came back. That was a one and done.
No, I thought it was a 2 and done.
No, there was only ever one. I was only there once. I was there for the one and only. So I'm glad I did get to go because it was the one and only.
The one and only, like I'm glad you got to come over, spend the weekend. We got to go to the one and only New Jersey Motorsport.
Whatever is happening again this year.
I know, dude. I know, but I just can't believe it. I can't believe that New Jersey Motorsport Park is looking to be a fixture year in, year out
on the road to Indy calendar. It's
Yep.
great. It's
for
awesome.
It's a perfect track for USF.
Everybody I talked to that was there, like all the family of the drivers and stuff, because there wasn't really very many fans, but everybody said that this is a great track for in USF Pro 2000 and Indy Pro.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if it worked too well for Indy Lights. Lights might be a little too fast for that track, but USF and Indy Pro is perfect. They get their own little weekend. You kind of carve it out. It's away from the spotlight. There's very few media there.
Losing their religion. What?
Very few fans. It's laid back. There's hotel rooms on the pit straight.
Yeah, yeah. Even condos.
Tony Laporte stayed right there on pit. Yeah. How cool would that be to stay in a hotel suite on pit lane?
Dude, there are even condominiums you can rent.
I know, but I think I might actually.
I'm thinking about that too. We
might book a room there at the track.
Yeah, I see how it is.
Not really. I'd rather stay with you guys.
Mm-hmm. You better say that, and I won't have such a girly. Wait, did I ever change that, or did you have the Sailor Moon ceiling fan up in there while you stayed?
I think it was just a plain ceiling fan.
All right, cool. So I did change it out. It was Sailor Moon. Stupid. Anyway, so yeah, if people, because when people hear New Jersey, right, of course they think of Jersey Shore, right? That's a North Jersey thing. That's why we always say South Jersey, not North Jersey, because we want to,
Jersey,
South Jersey. Yep. It's the land of smokestacks, water towers, and I can't back up out of my driveway without a guy with a goofy hat wanting a quarter for the toll. That's a George Carlin bit. Okay. You're right. A lot of water towers. The land of water towers. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, I'm looking for Google Maps so I can show people where it is. Just just in case if you are on the on the fence of whether you can make it to the New Jersey Motorsport Park, and there's plenty of lodging, very very economical like Vineland, Millville area.
South
everything.
Jersey. You can't even see New York City.
No, yeah, I know, but when you hear New Jersey Motorsports Park, that doesn't say South Jersey Motor, does it? It's New Jersey Motorsports.
It sounds like a very Italian racetrack.
New Jersey Motorsports Park. That sounds Italian to you?
No, I just assume because of South Jersey, there are a lot of Italians.
Well, yeah. Most people who live here, if have some Italian in them, or they want it. All right, am I right? Right?
Oh,
Oh, ba-bang, ba-bang, ba-bang.
Take that out. That's vulgar.
Yeah, but I'm half Italian.
yeah.
Both my parents are 50-50 Italian German, which is
Okay. Well, and then let me bring the schedule back up here. Texas did get moved to the beginning of May. I know some people would rather see it immediately after the Indy 500, but now it's before the Indy 500.
See, I'm of
Which
the
I'm all for
opinion,
because you got to have some sort of warm up oval race before Indy. You
I'm of
can't
that,
just throw guys who have not been on an oval all year right into Indy. You got to ease into it.
I'm of that opinion, yes.
And it's a doubleheader, so you might find me. You're probably going to find me in Texas that first weekend.
Like, and I'm hoping that the people that have that Fernando Alonso has, have brought to the series as far as the Indianapolis 500 goes. I hope that they see Texas, they see it's an oval, and Texas Motor Speedway, um, should, it should be high profile enough for them to recognize it at least and know it's an oval, or at least whatever, look into it. But
And it's under the lights.
That's cool. And I like that, and like the biggest oval of the season, either another track benefiting from that, either by helping it gain momentum so the Indy 500 is even better, or put TMS right after IMS. So,
Well, and Greg brings up a good point that it helps with the endurance. Like you need to build up for the physicality and was necessary for 500 miles, and doing a doubleheader at Texas. Doubleheader at Texas is about the equivalent of 500 miles at Indy.
Very true, Greg. That's it's hard to argue with. It's hard to argue with, and I won't. So, good point, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my initial reaction is to how can I say how you're wrong before figuring out if you are. I don't know why I do that. Oh, it's because of me. No, but yeah, that was a good point, Greg. Good point. But yeah, like finishing up what I was saying, Greg, is I have to go to the UPS store and pick it up. So I will do that and have to get with you with a better address for you, buddy. I don't know what's going on with that. But
And I still can't believe this year is going to be 105. It's already been 5 years since. It'll be 5 years since Rossi with the clutch and coast. I can't believe it's been 5 years since then.
Oh yeah. You know what, dude? But that just went to show you, like you know, man. It was a big wake up call. I think that, I mean, if you make it into F1, no matter what team you make it onto, no matter how, like if they worst team on the grid, which obviously he was a part of, Marussia. I mean, you don't make it there unless you have talent, right? I mean, Pastor Maldonado aside, even Lance Stroll's won a race, but I don't know. And then, what do you think about Schumacher's kid getting the ride that he's getting? You think
I mean,
he earned it?
a lot of it is name based, but
Yeah,
name
but
will only go so far.
yeah,
If
but
you
I
don't
mean,
produce results, it will evaporate away fast.
but look at his results, man. I mean, pull up his last 2 years of results, and you tell me that that's an F1 driver.
Please hold.
Yeah, I mean, like I follow a motorsport writer over for the BTCC over in Britain called uh, Adrian or Adian Millward. I think I've played a few things on here in the past. And he had a really interesting take on it. He's a Lewis Hamilton fan, so but a lot of things that he's brought up about, people saying how F1's boring and this and that. He was going back over the last 40 years of F1, like how many, average passes, I mean, average finishes, average DNFs, Fs.
Let's see what we got here.
All right.
Career summary here. Go all the way back to Formula 4, where he had 22 races and a win.
And
Finished
Formula 4 is like if there was a road to the F1, which this is, F4 would be the equivalent of USF 2000. F3 would be the equivalent of our Indy Pro 2000. F2 would be the Indy Lights version, and F1 is well, I wouldn't say the IndyCar version, but because the two are nothing alike.
No, I mean he does have some results, but like when you go win Formula 3, the first year he had no wins, 30 races, no wins. Next year, 30 races, 8 wins,
Formula
7
3
poles.
or Formula 2.
I mean, it's.
Did he make it to Formula 2 without any results, or was that Formula 3?
Well, and then Formula 2, yeah, for his first season, Formula 2 19, he had 1 win in a podium, and last year, 2020, he had 2 wins, 10 podiums.
Okay, respectable, but did he win the championship?
Yes.
He did.
Yes, he did. He won the F2 championship last year.
Okay. So he
As you
has
can see here in this.
so compared to
Frank's not really looking, but you can see here if you're watching along. Yes, he did finish first. And his worst finishing position, well, he had 1 retirement the entire season in Formula 2 in 24 races. And then his next worst
retirement
position was 18th, 11th, or 18th, 14th, and 11th.
Okay. So
all the rest were top 10s.
So he failed to score points in 4 races.
Yes.
Not bad. Okay, so I mean, then again, he is a Schumacher, so he's going to come with some pedigree.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I'm not saying he doesn't have talent, but once you get to the top level and they're in Formula 1, unless you got a truckload of cash, your name's only going to go so far. You have to produce results.
Unless you're Marco Andretti, and then
Marco owns his own car, so he can drive it as long as he wants.
No. I'm talking like 7 years before he owned his own car. He should have. I mean,
that's a whole episode, a whole nother episode there.
But anyway, moving on from that. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, so they retired Sato's chassis.
They did.
Sent it off to the museum.
Yep. And it will.
Miller, how IndyCar's promoters save the sea. Thank you, Robin. Oh, what a nice thing to say. Did you hear that? Did you read this? Yeah, back in the 9th. I didn't even know he did it. Robin's the man. if it wasn't for us promoters, the media backing Indy
Oh, he's
cars,
talking about John Paul Jr.
no.
Oh,
No, the headline literally says how Indy cars promoters helped save the season. There's no argument that Roger Penske saved the farm this season, IndyCar, and the Indianapolis 500 with his commitment, checkbook, and well, let's just stop there. But without Road America, Gateway, and Mid Ohio, this series may wait. Mid Ohio happened, Robin. Anyway, so the other three, what? Anyway, okay. The series may have. Oh, I see what he's saying. Okay. Yeah, blah blah blah. Eddie Gossett took one for the team. No, he really didn't. No, no. He's. I wonder why he's before. I don't know. Yeah, right. Took one for the team. Anyway, if the thought of staging a race with very limited amount of paying customers wasn't distressing enough, then how about making them do it? Yeah, really. Where does this go? Where does this go to saying?
I don't think Frank knows where this is going.
Well, and that just goes to show you, everybody, just don't read the headlines. Dive into the story. Dive into it. Understand it. Oh, the promoters, he means the people who sponsored the track.
Yes, like your savory or green savory promotions.
Yep, like I'm Gamebridge up in here.
Yeah.
That's why they call me Frank Gamebridge Links. They really don't.
No, they don't. I totally forgot about this little banner.
What's that?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, I gotta. Frank knows nothing. Frank knows nothing.
Yep. But
what
I
I
think
do
that
know is the hat that I'm wearing
yes.
and the poster on my back wall. They were right there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Frank. We know you love Little Al. Little Al is awesome. We love Little Al.
I'm just saying. I mean, Little Al equals awesome.
Right. But I think that'll just about do it for our 2021 preview episode.
No, there was a few other things I wanted to touch on, actually, buddy.
Oh, okay. Well,
why have we been going an hour? Oh, we
yeah,
have.
it's about getting up near an hour.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So, what was I? Where was it? I think it was up over here. Oh yeah. You know what? I still have yet to upload our show with um you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I
with Rod Reed?
Yeah, I
Our
told
last episode.
the last episode that I totally forgot to pull it and
Oh,
download.
yeah, when you had me send it to you and then you forgot about it. Yeah, okay. That'll work.
I've had a lot going on, and I've been.
And that, folks, is why I recommend you check out our YouTube page because all of our episodes where we stream this video live right here on YouTube and Facebook and Periscope. But on the YouTube page, it's easily accessible anytime. And it's right here. It's live, actually. I don't even have to go back and upload this later because it's already here. It's awesome.
Nope, but don't worry. I will be sure to be uploading this as soon as this is concluded. I'll be uploading it right to everywhere, Podbean and all that good stuff. So it'll be all in the podcast forums and everything, and then and if you want to come back and listen to it there, and then watch it here through YouTube or where else, Jared?
YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope.
Right on. There's an easy website that you can get to all those, right?
Yeah, if you go to I'll have to do up a little thing for it. It's a Linktree linktr.ee/ISCP podcast. It's got all of our links.
And over the course of the week, I'll ask Missy to bring her laptop to the hospital where she's been taking care of Jackson from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day since over a month or so ago. But because I'm sure she's got plenty of time. So, and I'll have her, you know, do something. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, but she'll do it. What was I saying?
good.
I forget what I was saying. Just can you call her out?
We miss Missy. She is a trooper. She is doing everything she can to take care of little Jackson. So,
You want me to bring up today's picture real quick?
oh sure, people love to see little Jackson.
There
Love
we
getting
go.
pictures
So,
of him, especially wearing his little first Christmas little onesie. It was so cute.
I didn't like that one too much.
I would like to see him a picture in his future Chip Army or Chip Army cadet.
Well, actually, it's too big for him.
I figured they'd still be too big.
I know because I got him an IMS and an IndyCar little infant beanie. It's so cute. It's got two little feet going off each side. Guys, definitely check out the IMS and the IndyCar shop at ims.com or indycar.com/shop because there's a lot of $3 sales going on right now. A lot of Graham Rahal stuff, a lot of Tony Kanaan stuff, a lot of just everything. I mean, there's some really good deals going on over there. And the upcoming shirts that a lot of times you can't find in your own size or whatever when you're at the track, if you ever make it to the track, whatever. A lot of really cool IndyCar side shirts coming out. I mean, IMS always has great shirts. That's besides the fact. But some years IndyCar lacking. This year they nailed it, dude. There's a lot of really good IndyCar shirts out there where like I kept adding them to my cart and all of a sudden I had 400 and some dollars. I was like, I got to remove like mostly everything from here, but I want it all. Anywho, oh yeah, so here we go. This is Jackson before Missy left. Let's see if I can make this thing focus. But usually if I can do this, then I can make
don't do that. And yeah, I think we got a good view of him. Little cutie. I'm just glad that he's doing better every day.
Me too. He is so adorably cute. I mean, if you want to see more pictures of him, follow Missy on Instagram. Missy Links.
Yes, I did
Here,
see lots of
yeah, let me shout out her Instagram right now if you guys want to follow along. And everybody loves Missy, so she will not mind. Oh, I just saw the Hardy face. I'm like, oh, does he ever change? Okay. That's a picture from him from 5 years ago. Where is Missy's Instagram?
right here.
There we go. There's a great picture. There's a nice picture from a brand new iPhone 12 Pro. Yep. Merry Christmas from Missy and me to each other. Oh, isn't it cute?
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait till we can remove the feeding tube. He's got to grow up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He'll
he's
get
doing
there.
Yep, he's doing better each day.
With any luck, I'll get to see him when I come visit later this month.
You will, man. You will definitely. Yeah, he should be home by the 20th, hopefully.
Well, good.
Fingers crossed, because I only got to see him once since he's been born. So.
Now, such are the times we live in. As much as it sucks a big, fat. I don't have the bleep sound effect anymore.
Bottom line is, I'm not considered a patient because I didn't give birth to him.
I know, sexist, bunch of sexist garbage.
Yeah, and the only way I mean, I could see him tomorrow if I wanted to.
Well, how
but
about
that-
this? Why don't you just like cut yourself and then become a patient in the hospital and be like, oh well, while I'm here, you might as well let me see my child.
Just like the people who say this COVID thing's a joke. I was at the hospital the other day. I didn't see a bunch of people.
Oh,
with
people who
COVID."
just say COVID is the flu with a better publicist.
No, they just say that COVID's a joke because it's not.
Oh,
It's
well, those
overhyped
people are dumb.
because yeah, they say it's overhyped because they go to a hospital and they go into the ER and they don't see a bunch of people with COVID. It's like
Oh, jeez.
that's it's called quarantine, you idiots. Like, of course you're not going to see it. Like,
Oh.
there's a point to that, like
Yes. Well, I guess on that note, we're gonna
be
want to
smart.
thank everybody for tuning in.
Yep.
Be back probably in a week or two. The goal is to get some guests coming on. I'm sure we'll be able to get some up and coming indie and maybe some indie lights. Try maybe Bobo. We get Bobo to come on. We'll see. We'll definitely gonna have some guests coming up leading into the season. Will be at St. Pete in March, providing lots of coverage there from the track. So
and I might be there as well. I mean,
doing what we can.
I still haven't rolled out March. I have family out there. Haven't seen them in a while. Miss them. So.
Yeah.
I never rule it out, but then again,
Yeah. I
we'll
mean,
just have to see.
that's the whole. I don't expect you guys to be able to make a whole lot because you got a little Jackson. So I will be there on your behalf, doing all the coverage I can. So, but on that note, I guess you know that I know that. Well, I know everything, and Frank knows nothing, and Missy doesn't. Missy knows stuff, but she can't be here all the time. So, Happy New Year's, everyone. We'll looking